Hello, Herriman Mustangs. We are excited to welcome you back to another school year here at Herriman High School and excited to review the Herriman Standards with you here today. For the juniors and seniors, a good amount of this information is going to be a review, but there are some things that are different from last year. And for sophomores, this is all going to be new information as we review some of the standards and policies that we have here at Herriman High School. So we want to invite all students, sophomores, juniors, and seniors, to make sure that you are putting away distractions, that you are listening over the next little bit as we review the Herriman Standards with you here today. To begin, we want to review our current Herriman High School administration team. There are a few new faces on our team. First, I'd like to welcome our new head principal, Mr. Gatton. We hope that you guys over the next little bit get to know him and introduce yourself to him and meet him. And then our assistant principals are assigned to you based off of your last name. So if you ever have, problems or situations where you need to meet and talk with an administrator, you would meet with that assigned administrator, again, based off of your last name. So if your last name is A through C, your administrator is Miss Jacobson. D through G is Mr. Tranter. H through MA is Mr. Titus. MB through R is VPJ or Miss Johnson. And last is S through Z, your assigned administrator is Mr. Barton. And same with our counseling team. You're assigned a counselor is based off of your last name. So if your last name is A through BRI, your assigned counselor is Mr. Cox. BRO through DE is Miss Bloxson. DI through GR is Mr. Rasmussen. GU through KIM is Miss Leonard. KIN through MIL is Miss Heaton. MIN through RAM is Mr. Meacham. RAN through STO is Miss Watkins. And last is STR through Z is Miss Brager. So again, with the counseling team, if you have questions about, maybe changing class or graduation credits, or if you're on track of graduation, again, you'd want to reach out to your assigned counselor and they can help set up an appointment or just help you through email with those questions that you might have. And then our last support that we have here at our school, our student support services. If you are struggling with anything mentally, emotionally, anything that you just need to talk with someone, we have our social worker, Mr. Trump, and our school psychologist, Miss Pearson. We also have our school resource officer. If there's, again, anything that you need police officer help with or concerns or need to talk to them, we have Detective Aruda. Mustangs stand together. This is going to be a motto that we use very often throughout this school year. And stand, it stands for something. And so the S stands for respect, that Mustangs respect each other. You respect your classmates, your teachers, the custodians, the cafeteria workers, and really people outside of this building. We hope that you are always showing respect. Mustangs have grit. You're willing to push through hard things, push through hard classes, and not just give up easily, but that you have that grit. Mustangs are accountable. You're willing to be accountable for your actions and for choices that you make, and that you know that you have that accountability. Mustangs connect. There's a connection with each other, a connection with the content of a class or with their teachers, and that you're willing to put in that effort to make that connection. And then last one is Mustangs have a growth mindset, which means you are willing to learn new things. You're willing to try new things. You're willing to go take those hard classes that are going to push you and push those boundaries to make you learn new things. And so again, this is going to be something that we use often, that Mustangs stand together, and something that we feel very strongly about what each student, just qualities that we want each of you to have. Mustangs are involved. We have a lot of things going on. To begin here is we're going to be having Club Rush Week starting up soon. Almost any educator and especially administrators will tell students that the best secret to high school is to get involved. Find things to be part of. It's a great way to meet new friends and to really just enjoy the experience of what high school has to offer. Sports, there's a lot of different activities that happen almost every day. So we encourage you to check out our school calendar and find those events, whether it be that you want to go and watch and support, or you're interested in trying out for sports and being on a sports team. So make sure you're looking at the calendar on our school website and looking at those events coming up. Dances. We have a lot of dances here at Herriman High School. And before every dance, we make announcements. There's flyers, there's posters, things in the hall. So keep your eye out for those things. They're a fun experience to be part of. And so we encourage you to go and to have fun with your friends. And last one is academics. There's a lot of different things that you can do beyond just your regular classes. If you want to try to become a Sterling Scholar or Honor Society, or just taking honors classes or AP or concurrent enrollment, we hope that, again, you are finding ways to stretch yourself and to have that growth mindset and to try new things throughout the school year. Here at Herriman High School, we expect all Mustangs to attend class and to show up on time. We will continue to follow our attendance policy that we implemented in the past, of that attendance is now a participation grade and part of your grade. Each teacher in their grade book is going to have a category that is a participation/attendance grade. Now, your teachers have the ability to impact your grade between 10 to 20% of your grade. And so you want to make sure that you are in class and that you are on time and that you are actively participating, because teachers have the ability to make an impact on that part of your grade. Again, the expectation is we want you here and we want you here on time. Now, if there are things that come up, and we understand that if you are sick and you're not here at school, or you have vacation planned, or other things, we understand that there are times that you might not be here. And so all we ask is that your parents or guardians contact our attendance office and that you get those absences excused. If a parent or guardian calls the day of or ahead of time on an absence, then you will still receive the full amount of participation points for that day, even when you're not here. And so again, we want to stress how important it is that a parent or guardian makes contact with us to excuse that absence. Now, they can still call in later, let's say it's 3 or 4 days later after an absence, and they can still excuse it, and we'll make sure that Skyward reflects that absence, but you will lose out on those participation points if they do not call that same day. So make sure you let your parents or guardians know that, again, if you're going to be absent, they need to call our attendance office that same day and get that absence excused. For tardies is something that cannot be excused. So if you are late to a class for whatever reason, again, that is not something that can be excused or those points made up. And so one thing that we do here at Herriman High School to help you get to class on time is we play music in our halls. And it's just a reminder to you of, when music is playing, of when you can be in the halls, and when it stops, of when you need to get to class. Another thing that we're doing is we have increased the amount of passing time. And so we now have 8 minutes of passing time between each class. And so for the music, we'll play that for 6 minutes. And then when it stops, that's your indicator that you have 2 minutes left that you need to get to class before the tardy bell rings. So an example of that is if class ends at 9 o'clock, music will start playing immediately, and that music will stop at 9:06. And then the next period class starts at 9:08. So you have that 2 minutes of really need to make sure you're there at class. And so again, if you have questions on the attendance policy or any of that process, please reach out to an administrator or ask your teachers, and we can help explain and go into more detail. For our hall pass, we will continue to use the electronic hall pass system. And so there will not be any physical passes that you will use, but it will be through the electronic hall pass system. Because we increased your passing time to 8 minutes, again, we want to stress that no hall passes can be used in the first 10 minutes or the last 10 minutes of your class period. So if you ask your teachers, or if you try to request a pass again, or if we see you out in the hall, we're going to have you go back to class if, again, it's in that first or last 10 minutes of class. So those are just vital times to be in a class when a teacher's giving instructions of what's happening that day, or closing out the class period. So we just want to make sure that you're not in the hallways during that first and last 10 minutes of the class time. If you're, again, out in the hall during that time, or if you're out in the hall and you have not requested an electronic hall pass, you will be sent back to class by our hall monitors. The other part is, to request these electronic hall passes, you do have to have your Chromebook. So if there's a day where you forget your Chromebook, or you don't have one, you're not borrowing one from the library, you cannot use a hall pass. So that is a very critical part to using the hall pass system. Just some screenshots to show you how you request a hall pass. When you have your Chromebook open and you open up just a Google Chrome browser, in the top left, you have your HHS bookmarks. You'll go ahead and click on that far left tab that says HHS, and you'll scroll down to where it says My Homework. You'll go ahead and click on My Homework, and that takes you to this next page where it asks you to sign in with Google. You'll go ahead and just click that sign in with Google. You just sign in with your credentials of how you do on the Chromebook. And that takes you to this next page of the My Homework Pass. To actually request a hall pass, then, let's say, again, you get permission from your teacher, you're ready to use the hall pass, you come right here, you click on this plus sign, and you click on Add Hall Pass. Once you select that, it'll give you about 4 or 5 options of what type of hall pass are you using. Are you using the bathroom or restroom? Do you need to go see administration, go see a counselor? It gives you a couple options, so you'll select what you're doing. So we'll say you need to use the bathroom. You select that, and then it's going to ask you, where are you going, which hallway. So you need to know which hallway you are using a bathroom in when you request that hall pass. And then you'll select what period you're in, and you'll use the hall pass. Just know, students, that you have a maximum of 3 hall passes that you can use in a day, and only 1 per period. Once you use that, again, you've used that hall pass. Or once you've used all 3, if you try using a 4th, it will deny you access to a hall pass. If you abuse your hall pass system, or if there's for some reason administration involved in some form of discipline of your hall pass use, your hall pass can be restricted. And so if you try to request a hall pass and it shows restricted, you are not allowed, again, to use that hall pass. Just to review some guidelines, each teacher could have potentially different guidelines of what they want their procedure to look like, of how you request a hall pass from them, of getting permission, or again, maybe hall passes are not allowed to be used when a teacher is in front teaching. And so make sure you are following those guidelines from each teacher. Again, you request your hall pass through your Chromebook, and then you'll leave your Chromebook on your desk, and your screen will show that you're using a hall pass. When you return back to class, you want to end the hall pass so that it's showing that you are back in class and that you are returning back to schoolwork. If you do not have your Chromebook, you cannot request a pass. And if your hall pass is denied, you cannot leave. And the last reminder is no hall passes in that first 10 minutes and last 10 minutes of class. For our electronic policy, as all of you know, sophomore, junior, seniors, because this was district-wide, a new policy was put in place last year that there are absolutely no electronic devices to be used during class time. So this is cell phones, smartwatches, headphones. If you have these devices out, your teachers will take these devices away, and they will be turned into the main office. If it is your first offense, the device will be stored in the main office, and you can pick up that device at the end of the school day. Just know that we will make contact home and let your parents or guardians know that your electronic device was taken away, and that you as a student can pick it up after school again if that's your first offense. If it's a second offense, again, we will be making contact home and letting them know that a parent or guardian has to come in and pick up that device from our main office. And again, third or any more offenses, again, that same process, we'll be making contact with your parents or guardians and potentially setting up a meeting to meet with you and your parents and just figure out what we need to do to ultimately help you to make sure that these devices are not becoming a distraction while you're here at school. For your electronic devices, you can use them during passing time. And so again, during that 8-minute period, you are allowed to have your phones and devices out. You're also allowed to have them out during lunchtime. And so just know that's not a time that anybody would take your device away. But if it is during class time, and let's say you have a hall pass, and you're in the halls, again, you are not allowed or supposed to have your electronic devices out. So again, they could be taken away if you are using them in the hall while you're on a hall pass during class time. So again, just make sure your electronic devices are put away at all times during class time. We want to just review the Friday schedule that we have, and that you have time set aside in the schedule to work with teachers and to make up any missing or late work or anything that you need, or retake tests. And it's time set apart that teachers are there available for you. So again, class starts normal time on Friday, what you're used to here at high school, of 8:30, and it will end at 1:25. Then between 1:25 to 2:25 is when you will have the 1 hour of personalized learning time. So we want to just really encourage you that you take advantage of this time to, like I said, retake tests, make up assignments, or get additional help from teachers. They're available, they're here to help you. And so make sure you utilize that 1 hour time on Fridays to work with teachers. If you don't have anything that you're needed to do, and you're doing well in all your classes, that is a time that you don't have to stay here. And so at 1:25, you are welcome to leave school. But again, if there are things that you can do to get caught up in classes, we highly encourage you to do so. Dress code. Herriman High School follows the Jordan School District dress code policy. We have these flyers posted throughout the school as reminders of what that dress code policy is. And really what we ask is that you are covered appropriately for public. For the top of the clothing, there needs to be connecting from the front to back over the shoulders, and then coverage throughout the body and approximately mid-thigh in length of the shorts or skirt or dress that you are wearing. Mustangs do not use substances. It is against school and district policy to consume any tobacco, vapes, alcohol, drugs, any of those products here at school during school time and even outside of school time. It's against the law, again, of you at your age to consume those products, whether they be at dances or a sporting event or performing arts event. You cannot consume these products on school property. Weapons and fake weapons. Again, we against policy to have any form of a weapon or anything that looks like a weapon. This includes even pocket knives, of anything that can be perceived as a weapon. Again, is against policy to have. And if found with any of these things, they will be confiscated from you, and there will be administrative action that will take place. Prescriptions and non-prescription medications. You can bring these to school if you are taking some form of medication, but what we want and encourage you to do is only bring the amount that you need for that day. So if you have a specific medication that you got to take, say during lunchtime, that's great. Bring that medication, but don't bring the whole bottle with you. And then the other part we want to just make sure we add is do not share any prescriptions or any non-prescription medication with anyone. That is considered distribution of sharing a medication with someone. So make sure you are only bringing the medications for yourself. Mustangs clean up after themselves. There's common spaces of the cafeteria, our commons, restrooms, hallways, parking lots. We do not want you guys leaving messes and creating more work for our custodians or cafeteria workers or administration. We ask that you please, if you make a mess, please clean up after. Or if you spill a drink, don't just walk away from it. Come, ask for Paper towels are what you need, and we'll help you in that process of cleaning up, but don't just walk away. The other part is during lunchtime, we are not allowing students to wander the halls or go upstairs during lunchtime. And so you will see these signs in certain parts of the hallways that students are not allowed to go past during lunchtime. If you do go past them, we are just going to politely ask you to go back into the commons and lunchroom of the designated spaces that we have for you to eat. And so please do not walk past these signs. Herriman High School parking. You must have a parking permit to park in the Herriman High School parking lot. If you do not, you will be ticketed. And our policy at Herriman High School is everyone pays. If you get a ticket, there's no negotiating that ticket. You will be required to pay that fine. In order to get a parking permit, you do have to have a Utah driver's license to apply. And you'll just go to our school website. Under the student tab, there's apply for a parking permit. You fill out the information, do the questionnaire, you pay for the parking permit, which costs $20, and it will be mailed to you. There will be a temporary pass that will be emailed to you immediately once you complete your order that you can use and put that in your car until the pass is mailed to you. We will be enforcing ticketing soon, so we encourage you to do this as soon as possible of getting on and applying for a permit. Mustangs build positive relationships. We encourage you to not take part of any bullying, harassment, hazing, racism, threats, fighting, poor language, anything that is just unkind to really anyone. We are asking that you do not participate in any of these behaviors. If you are, and it is reported to us, there will be school consequences that take place. And if you are one being bullied or there's threats being made, we hope that you come and report this to the school administration so that we can help intervene and help with the situation. Mustangs support other Mustangs. We encourage you to go to sporting events, go to club activities, plays, and different things to support each other. And we cheer for our team, not against the other team. We cheer for Herriman High School, and we support each other. So again, look at the school calendar, find those ways that you can get involved and be actively participating. Safety drills. We are required by state law to hold monthly safety drills. Just know that we will always make your teachers aware of when these drills are going to be conducted, and they will relay that information to you of when a monthly drill will take place. And when we evacuate the building, we ask that you please follow directions from your teacher, stay with your class. If you get separated, it just makes things more difficult, but do your best to stay with your class, follow those directions as we conduct our safety drills.
Today we're going to be teaching you everything you need to know about the Herriman High School Library. The library is open from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. each school day. If you'd like to visit the library during class, you'll need to submit a digital hall pass and then check in at the counter when you arrive.
Miss Teacher, can I go to the library?
Yes, just fill out the digital hall pass.
What building has the most stories? The library.
In the library, you can find many things, including staplers, glue sticks, and colored pencils, as well as many other stuff.
Don't see a book you want? Submit it to our book suggestion box. You may also check out digital books and audiobooks on the Sora app. Simply log into the app with your school email.
Hey Skylar, why did the student trip in the library? Why? Because they were in the non-friction section.
I don't know what's wrong with my computer.
Go pay your fees at the main office.
Okay.
Why can't you go to the world's biggest library? Because it's always overbooked.
In addition to checking out books at the library, you can also check out calculators, hotspots,
GoPros, and games. There's also 3D printing in this room.
In the library, there's no food or drink allowed.
Only screw-on cap lids are allowed. Hey, no food.
Hey!
Please, keep the library clean and organized.
Hey, when do you think the first libraries were invented? Over 5,000 years ago.
Late fees are 10 cents a day. Lost or damaged items will be fined the cost of replacement. Fines can be paid in Skyward or the main office.
You know, Skylar, do you think all these people out here know that reading just 6 minutes a day can reduce stress levels by up to 68%?
You may only check up to 5 books at a time.
Books have a 4-week checkout period. After that, you'll have to renew it unless someone else has a hold on it.
Why won't this print? I need to print my math homework. It only prints in black and white though.
I asked the librarian for a book on paranoia. She whispered, "It's right behind you."
You can check out Chromebook chargers and Chromebooks, but it has to be before school starts or you have to get a teacher's note.
Thank you so much for being attentive and listening through this presentation. If you have any questions, concerns about anything that we've talked about, or just even any other thoughts or questions that you have, now would be a great time to ask your teacher, or you can also send an email to your assigned administrator, and we'd be more than happy to help answer those questions. Thank you again, appreciate it. It's a great day to be a Mustang.